So I just stumbled upon this desktop app called Mux, designed for parallel agentic development. Sounds intriguing, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the idea of parallelizing tasks is fascinating. It opens up a whole new way to think about workflow.
Right, they mention creating isolated workspaces for different tasks like code reviews and new features. That's super clever.
It really is. But doesn't that risk losing focus? How do you ensure you're not spreading yourself too thin?
Good point. I guess the context continuity feature helps with that. Keeping relevant changes together seems essential.
Exactly. It's like having a multi-threaded approach to development. You can switch context without losing track.
And the integration with GPT-5 Pro for complex issues, that's a game changer. Imagine running those models in the background.
Wait, seriously. It can resume after restarts. That's pretty robust. I'm impressed by the reliability they're aiming for.
Yeah, but it makes me wonder how it handles heavy tasks. What if the model crashes mid-operation?
True, that could be a concern. The evidence for reliability in real-world use is still emerging, right? It's in preview state.
Exactly, but even in that state, they claim it can still be productive. I'm curious about how they're testing it.
They're using it for their own development, which is promising. It shows confidence in the tool but could be biased.
Totally, and then there's the A/B testing feature. Running multiple workspaces in parallel sounds powerful.
Definitely. But isn't there a risk of just abandoning bad ideas without really exploring them?
That's a fair concern. It could lead to a culture of throw it away if it doesn't work immediately.
Exactly. Sometimes the best insights come from struggling through a challenging idea.
So true, and then there's the tangent exploration feature. It encourages creative side quests, right?
Yes, but how do you avoid getting lost in those tangents? It sounds like a double-edged sword.
It really is. Maybe the UI can help keep things organized. I'd love to see that in action.
The screenshots look promising. I mean, isolating workspaces while keeping a central view is smart.
For sure, and speaking of visuals, those mermaid diagrams they mention could be super helpful for complex ideas.
Absolutely. Visual aids can make complex information more digestible. It's like turning text into a map.
Right, but does it oversimplify? There's a balance between simplicity and losing nuance.
Great point. And while these features sound amazing, we should consider the learning curve for new users.
Definitely, if it's not intuitive, the benefits could be lost on someone just trying to get started.
And it's in preview, so bugs and performance issues are expected. That could be a deterrent.
Right, but if they're upfront about it, that's a good sign. Transparency can build trust.
Exactly. But will early adopters stick around if they face too many hurdles? That's the real challenge.
That's a critical question. It's all about balancing innovation with usability.
And I'd be curious to see how they evolve based on user feedback. That'll be key to their success.
For sure, it's a dynamic process. If they can adapt quickly, they might just nail this.
I think you're right. But what about the potential for misuse? Do these features enable reckless experimentation?
That's a valid concern. The interface could encourage shortcuts in thinking rather than thorough exploration.
Exactly. And in software development, thoroughness is often what leads to the best outcomes.
Right, it often separates the good from the great, so finding that balance is crucial.
Totally. And as they add features, I hope they keep user experience at the forefront.
Me too, it'll be interesting to see how Mux shapes collaborative efforts in development.
For sure, it's all about how well it integrates with existing tools too.
Exactly, so much potential here, but I think we need to keep asking the hard questions.
Definitely. The implications of tools like this can be huge, both good and bad.
I guess it's about how we use these innovations responsibly. That's the real challenge.
Well said. It's an exciting time for development tools, but we have to tread carefully.
Totally, so what's the takeaway? Are we optimistic about Mux or cautiously curious?
A mix of both, I think. There's potential, but we need to remain critically engaged.
Agreed, it feels like this is just the beginning of a fascinating journey in agentic development.
Absolutely. And who knows what innovations will come next? It's a brainstorming revolution.